All right, what is up, guys? Evanaldo here. Wanted to give you guys a quick update on Bitcoin and Ethereum today. We'll also briefly talk about the S&P 500. So the latest, what I've been doing, mainly just all shorts. I'm in a Bitcoin short, added to that short last Friday, I believe, and new ETH short took this morning. So next take profits over here, and I'm doing these trades. These are two of the latest trades on my account on BITGET right here. And if you're interested in the exclusive Discord, some of my exclusive T8 entry points, stop losses, take profits, link in the description below. Also, if you're a spirits trader and you want to trade on Bybit, link in the description below as well. Special promo in the link below. So this is one of my trading accounts. I don't have everything on, just one account. I keep it spread out a little bit. Always want to be careful in these bear markets. You never know who's going to go bankrupt next. So yeah, take a look at this. Took a lot of profits on the Bitcoin short, so maybe looking to add to these at some point. Let's look at the charts here. Let's give you a update on what's going to happen in the charts here. So the main thing here, kind of what I'm looking at, the biggest time frame. I believe we did now confirm a yellow X in the 8-day. I believe this is the first time this has ever occurred, and as you can see, that is true. I think given the current circumstances of everything, it looks like this could be very bearish. This could be something that acts like this and brings us down a lot more here. There is 60% down. That's a very low number. I don't know if we'll go that low, but I do think there's a strong likelihood around the 13K, 14K area, 12K area. Now, the more bullish case is this VWAP could curve right back up. You get a bullish div here. If this confirms, that brings up the odds of having bottomed out already by quite a bit. Now, right now, I think in all likelihood, we're going to come down. It's going to be a lot uglier, and you're going to probably come down to at least the 13K area. Now, can you change around, print the bullish div? Yeah, you always have to adapt. That's one of the things about trading. You always have to adapt. But right now, it looks like you're going to come deeper into the, especially on the weekly, deeper into the red, kind of like here for the bottom, and in 2014, 2015 to the bottom, which was around January, so a bit deeper. And September could be like that capitulation right here also. I want to keep this quick and concise, so I'm not going to really zoom out too much. But as you can see, the bottom was, right here in January, just a quick capitulation downward. So we could have that this month and give us the bottom. And it could bottom out before the S&P 500 as gold and silver typically do. This could be the first time that Bitcoin looks like this. So that's what I'm really keeping my eyes open for. Getting in, especially on these, I'd say the minimum I would look at is the 6-day. If this could give us a bullish div on the 6-day, we come a bit lower, maybe 13K, 12K, get that bullish div on the 6-day, there's a high likelihood that could be the bottom. So let's move more into the short-term type stuff. The daily right now, red dot, this confirms in 2 hours. It very likely will confirm. We broke out of this wedge, hit our target about 18.9. We're kind of testing 19K right now. I would be a little hesitant to try to go long at the moment. We'll talk about what you could do pretty soon here. Money flow crossover and red dot. If you look back here, it didn't work out it worked out pretty bearish there. You crashed down a lot. Same here, he's crashed down a lot. So, it doesn't look too good, guys. I mean, there's a strong case to be made, to come down another 40% or so here. 40 to 60% seems, the likely area. I think it would be more likely be 40% because I don't think the likelihood of going under 10K is very high. 40%, those type of areas kind of from the money flow crossover. Money flow crossover is up here kind of. So if you draw 40% from there, it'd bring you right around to your 400 weekly moving average, a little below it. 400 weekly moving average is going to be a huge place too, and I believe that's, somebody always tells me it's at 13.8. Yeah, I think that's Delta 9 always says that, 13.8. I'm seeing 13 even, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. If you know what I'm doing wrong, let me know in the comments. So yeah. You got a yellow X on your 12-hour. Typically, when you get 3 in a row, it usually goes 4 or 5 in a row. Then look for slow exhaustion. You come down. Next big place here. We don't have any more logarithmic spiral lines. We lost all of those. You do have a double spider line pocket at about 18.2 right now, and this is a huge area to look for at least a scalp long. And the reason is because historically, every time we see price come close to these, or getting a little lower here, but come close to these double spiral lines, they act as big points of support and resistance. So keep an eye on those. That would be the next big place I'm looking to take more profits on my short positions right now. Triple blood diamonds on the 4-hour. You broke out of the wedge. You hit your target right here, 18.9. So yeah. And if we look at what could happen in the very short term here, hourly, you're coming back into the red. I feel like it could come deeper into the red here, and then you could come down a bit more for tomorrow. Maybe, that could be maybe tomorrow night you could bottom out or something, hit this bottom earlier, early tomorrow morning. I said you normally see trend reversals early in the morning a lot of times. That's possible too. In terms of what I'm looking to do, possibly if we wait for, even possibly here, kind of rejecting off of 19K, this could be a place to add to the short positions. What I may be looking to do, a little hesitant on it right now, because you are seeing, good curvature under very low time frames come up a little bit more here. But your minute money flow starting to come out. So this is definitely not the worst place. I don't know if I'd start a fresh short right here, but definitely not the worst place to add to a short position. Also, if we look at kind of, if this confirms, it probably will, 2.5 hours, what these yellow X's give us. And, this one was a rough one. If it's like this was a big, 17% jump downward. Obviously, these didn't give you much, but 17% downward from the top there. That's where you could get to a new low, kind of, 16.6. And what we want to look at too, hope this isn't boring you guys too much, kind of rambling on a little bit here, but your 300 is a little bit above that, so it's a big place too. So this general area seems like really important. I think you will at least see some type of double bounce here before determining, are we going to go a lot lower than this 17K region, or are we going to bounce up and possibly be the bottom. Full disclosure, I don't think we bottomed out yet. I just don't see enough evidence for it. It still looks pretty bearish. I think we need to come deeper into the red on the weekly to really bottom out here. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum had our bounce. Now we're kind of rejecting off of this pocket right here, this fib level over here. So you came up a little bit over the weekend as predicted, and now you're coming back down. It seems like you're hitting a point. So this doesn't look too bad, but the thing here is, because it's money flow coming up, trigger wave, split RSIs usually do not end too well. Kind of like, look over here. See, you came up a little bit there, kind of like that. And then what happened? Your split RSIs brought you down quite a bit more. So, obviously I don't think we're going to come down. Well, 70% is, it's crazy because you think, you look at 70%, nah, it's not coming down 70%, but it is possible. Our last spider line is at about 70%. If Bitcoin comes down, 40%, could easily hit this $500 area. Now, it could also be not as bad where you just come down to, where is it? Let's see, kind of like here to here, 40%. That's one possibility, 40% from there. That would be probably a big jump around this area. That's going to be a huge area. This Fibonacci level, 994, about $1,000, and it's going to be a determination. Do we double bottom here and that's the bottom, or do we come down quite a bit more? That's the big question. I don't see the evidence to really support that we've bottomed just yet, but we'll see what happens. Split RSIs, red dot here. That's pretty bearish, 2.5 hours. That could bring it down quite a bit here. If you look at kind of these split, kind of same thing, split RSIs, red dot. That was a 22% drop downward. 22% is going to bring us right to about 1,300. 1,250 is a big point. You have a fib level there. People have talked about 1,250. After that, 1,100, 100, and you have a lot of big resistance right here. So I do think you'll get, you'll bounce somewhere around here. Obviously, it's hard to pinpoint it exactly, but you'll bounce somewhere around here. And it'll be, is this a scalp trade or could it turn to a swing trade and you can ride it all the way up? That's kind of the question. Same deal on the 6 hour. And some of your lower time frames here kind of overheated with the money flow just curving downward. More bearish there, same deal. Coming up with the hourly, I don't know if it's going to give you too much here. And money flow generally coming out on the 30-minute and your 15-minute money flow crossover into the red. So I do think I may be looking right after this to possibly add a little bit to the shorts right here, especially, it's kind of risk-free trades. Keep your stop loss at your new entry point, but add to them right here. maybe on this bearish divergence that may happen relatively soon for Ethereum right there. So yeah, that's Ethereum. Overall look at kind of the market, right now on your 7-day look, we're hitting a kind of a big point, but blood diamond, this confirms, I don't know, it's not saying what it confirms, but I know it confirms relatively soon. Last time, we did have one, where was it? We had two over here. That was to the bottom in 03. But it looks kind of like this one in terms of seeing money flow kind of coming out. You came back up. You can kind of compare it to this, and then you came down a lot. If we repeat like this is a nice 24% drop downward. It seems like the Fed kind of wants a soft landing, wants something to happen, but they want it to come down to kind of fight inflation to a certain extent, 24%, exactly to this golden pocket area, 6.5 fib level 309. That's a big place when we hit that in the next few months, definitely. So overall, market not looking good, but you could always capitalize. There are short funds for the S&P 500. There are short funds for NASDAQ. Never financial advice, guys. Always do your own research. Anything could happen. Always remember that. All right, guys, have a good one. Check out my link to BITGET down below. Check out my exclusive Discord. Check out my course as well if you want to learn more about trading. A lot of people have really liked it. So, yeah, guys, you have a good one. Goodbye.